Alright, so this dream was some weird kind of healing cult or something. They'd be on these circles. They reminded me of crop circles, but they weren't in any crop. They were just be like 100 people in a circle. It'd be raised 4 feet off the ground. And somehow they got snuck through government. They were definitely a cult. And they taught this funky monkey, hippy dippy healing stuff that was, I mean, even the funky monkey hippy dippies were like, ooh, ooh, ah, ah, wah, wah, bing, bang, no. And I showed up pretending to be Spanish with some friends. It wasn't politically correct. I don't know what we were doing. We were having a laugh, I'll tell you that much. And I was making this girl laugh as these blue bulldogs walked around. I was pretending to be English about them just being out for their daily constitution. I was like, oh, look, there's old Joe. He's out for his daily constitution. You see the one who's missing a leg? Yes, he blew it off in the Bulldog Wars. And then a couple other big old blue bulldogs walked up and they were like standing there. And the one with a missing leg was walking to a crosswalk and he's like, yes, oh look, they're giving him respect and obeisance. They're walking out for Blue Joe, except for dickhead Steve. And then there was a blue dog in front of him that just didn't move, so the three-legged bulldog had to walk under him. And I dreamed there were some people up front in the congregation who were doing this presentation, and I knew one of them. And then I knew a gal right to my left that I was trying to say, hey, remember we went down to Tijuana together? And then another gal came in a nurse's uniform and said, attention, we just like to draw attention to this guy. God bless you, sir. Lord, we pray your blessing. And then they left and left this dude here. And he was about to tell them, hey, you guys are being funky. Knock it off. Or whatever. Anyway, I had this sense it wasn't going to go well. It was a bad cult. These floating crop circle, corn circle people. And everybody knew they were bad, but the government was like, no, we have to respect freedom of religion and separation of church and state. They must be allowed to have their circles. But he's like, but they're a bunch of culty weirdos. They're not doing anybody any good. And the government's like, no, you get to have your religion, so they get to have theirs. It's like, but hold on. Where do we draw the line between cult and legitimate faith system? And the US government's like, you're in a dream, you're not allowed to have debates. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go record it on my cell phone and see what you think of that. And they're like, go ahead, wake up for all I care. I'll ruin your sleep anyway. I was like, well, I might just do that. Then before that, I had an RV dream. And yeah, I had to go in through the back. And I found a meal from like 2 months. She's sniffing my armpit. I found a meal from like 2 months ago. Stinkers. Why do you do that? And it just been sitting in there. It was a corn on the cob. Had like half a bite and it was wrapped in something. I was like, oh, well, I got to throw this out. It's a real skinny RV. I entered in through the backside. Ugh. Other stuff, but you can't remember it. All right, well, got that one out of the way before I even woke up. So I don't think anybody's gonna watch. Not a single view on my video yesterday. Not a single one. You know what that tells me? Shadow Band, which could also be a band made out of shadows.